y'all, what's up? It's Rachel Elizabeth, and you're watching Real Talk with Rach. This week is Thanksgiving week. It's the beginning of all of the holidays here in the States, the quote-unquote happiest time of year. But the truth is, for many people, it's actually one of the most depressing times of year. It is a reminder of everything that they don't have, things that they have had in the past and they don't have now. It's a reminder of loneliness. It's a reminder of loss of love or the lack of love in their lives, whether perceived or real. And I just wanted to, first of all, acknowledge that and get us thinking about it so that we can think of the people in our lives that we can, first of all, reach out to and show love to and to be praying for them, but also so that I can more accurately share the value of gratitude, because that's what this week is all about, right? Thanksgiving week. Gratitude is so much bigger than one day a year. Gratitude is something that needs to be practiced every single moment of every single day. It is the act of remembering what we have. Everything from the breath that we breathe that keeps us alive to the little things that we so often take for granted. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because so many people focus on gratitude on Thanksgiving, or maybe even just this week, which is a lot more than a lot of people. But many of us forget that gratitude is actually the antidote to so many things. It's basically the cure for negativity. Gratitude can, in an instant, change your mood. It can make you a more likable person, somebody that people really enjoy being around. It can kill self-pity. It can kill jealousy. It can kill things like regret or anger or bitterness or comparison. All of these negative things can actually be diminished or eliminated if we choose gratitude. We choose to remember the things that are actually good in our lives. And the reason why this is something that I'm really adamant about is because I personally know the effects of gratitude in my own life. About a year ago, I was going through some really deep depression. I'll not get into that too much, but I will say that it got to the point where I really, really struggled with the idea of living another day. And I can't tell you that I was suicidal, because I do know the love of Jesus. He was right there with me, and I know that he was pulling me through this point in my life, and we could talk more about that. If you have questions about that, feel free to ask me. But the point of me bringing that up is that I wasn't ever going to take my life because I had that hope, but I do know what it feels like to want to not be here anymore. I just wanted to be done. I didn't want to try anymore. I didn't want to work anymore. I didn't want to try to be happy because it didn't come naturally. I just felt so hopeless. So I just wanted to share that with you briefly, because I want you to know that I understand how hard it is if you are really suffering from depression. It's real. But through that process and coming up out of it, gratitude was a huge, huge factor in, I guess you'd call it healing, in my healing process. And embracing the good things in life actually helped me with a new perspective. And it didn't have anything to do with my circumstance, because the truth is, the point where I felt the lowest really was, in all reality, a very low point in any sense of the word, as far as finances and relationship and all of those things. That was very real. But those things didn't change when my attitude changed. Does that make any sense? My situation was still the same, but because of gratitude, my attitude had changed. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but it changed everything. And it started with the hope I have in Jesus. I was able to start choosing gratitude. And slowly but surely, the more I chose to be grateful, the more my perspective changed. So I personally know the power of gratitude, and I know that it can be very difficult. It actually is a choice you have to make. But when you do choose it over and over again, it can become more of a habit. It can become more a part of you, so that over time, you're a more grateful person and a happier person as a result. Not to say bad things won't continue to happen, but with a new perspective, you'll be able to see them and handle them differently. If the other benefits didn't get you, and you're watching this because you are into fitness, and that's where you're watching this Cause Fitness Made video, know that the more grateful you are, the more likely you are to exercise. So if you're really struggling to exercise, then maybe start a gratitude journal. There was a study done at UC Davis that showed that people who kept a gratitude journal for 3 weeks saw a 25% increase in life satisfaction. They were more likely to exercise, they drank less alcohol, they were nicer to be around, their friends and family reported that, and they said that the effects of that gratitude journal lasted a whole lot longer than 3 weeks. So you don't have to actually keep a paper journal if that's not your thing, but I do recommend a gratitude journal. I started that. I have a list on my phone. I have an iPhone, and there is the To-Do app where you can actually create lists, and I just use that app to make a gratitude journal. So I just list them out whenever I think of them. So if I'm sitting on the couch and I really love the pillow that I'm cuddling on, then I will list that pillow. If I am having a Moscow Mule out of a really pretty copper mug, I'm gonna put down that copper mug as something I'm grateful for. If my head is cold and I put on a hat, I'm going to tell you that I'm very grateful for my hat. If I see a picture of myself and I notice that I have all my teeth, I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna say, I'm grateful that I have all my teeth. And it can be as simple as that, or it can be bigger things, it can be more meaningful things. But if you really struggle to be grateful for big things, then start with the little things. Look around you, see what you're grateful for, start thinking in that mindset, and I promise you, it'll start to change things. If you're already a grateful person, I encourage you to keep it up and start challenging yourself with the journal to think of bigger things. Think of ways that you can help other people be grateful and start to use the gift that you've already experienced to give back to other people. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope that was encouraging. I hope that you guys got something out of it. If you like this, please subscribe and like the video. And if you watched all the way to the end of this video, will you please leave a thumbs up in the comments below? And I'll see you next week.